Hello, my name is Larry Belfield. Welcome to the show. In this series, we're talking about the warrior. It is all included on how this gets you your home. Trust me, we're winding it in. We're winding it in. But here we're talking about a wise chief. This is an idea I had about how America came in and not infiltrated, but portrayed itself. It showed itself to the people who they really were and who they really are. It doesn't mean that you're bad or that you're wrong. It's just mean the way that you go about things needs to be actually maybe reconditioned or reorganized. Even though you're trying, because what you want is to be safe. What you want is things to be better for people. But sometimes when the mixing of the people, we don't have full control of what everybody can do. And so some actions of some people cause us to have conflict, and the handling of the situation is actually the research. What I'm saying is the handling of the situation is above and beyond. It is amazing. I mean, there are wicked men who's done acts maybe 400 years ago, and we still have laws in the books today to prevent men like him from coming up. So we're taking action. We're trying to stop and maintain the control over people like this, but it is very difficult because we've backed evil into a corner. That's what's going on. So we're trying to test the warrior here. Now imagine that you are a wise chief and you want to test your warrior to see if he's ready for life, if he's ready to hunt for the tribe, if he's able. We send you out to get us a buffalo or a deer. Can you do it? Now you set 3 tasks for them to perform to prove their worthiness to the tribe. The first task is to get a cup of water from the great waterfall on the mountain. Now, if you're too eager, as an eager warrior, you'll run head first and run straight for the waterfall. But a wise warrior would know that the waterfall feeds all the rivers of the valley. Knowing this, you would know that all the water is connected, and you need only go to your local water source to bring the chief a cup of water, and you would not have to do all that work. But if you did not know, and if you were foolish, you would end up somewhere deep in the forest wondering, why have I been set such a difficult task? When all you had to do was get a cup of water from the river. Now, your second task is to obtain a feather from the largest bird of your valley. Now, if you can track a bird, you can track doggone near anything. I would trust you, okay? We can follow your skills. Right now, you would understand how do we track birds. There's bird hunters, the duck hunters, but they're hunting birds in season. Birds that travel along away in mass quantities in order to get somewhere as a group. We're trying to go south. But in an area where you're frequent, I sit in this area all the time, and so do all the animals sit in this area all the time. You need to learn how to find them and locate them for eggs, for food, some to befriend so you can use them as guides. Okay, so it's very important to be able to find and search for animals. So your second task is to get one of the feathers off the biggest bird. Now, I have to jump straight to the secret because you're not going to go searching for no birds. But the secret is to go and wait at the nest. Okay? You go to the nest of the biggest bird, and you wait there, and you wait there, and you wait there until the bird returns to feed its young. Now, if the chief has sent you out at the right time, you would get there at the time where there were either chicks born or about to be born in the nest. Or you're in the air. You know how penguins congregate. There'll be so many that you should see born chicks in the nest. Birds coming to and fro, feeding their little young, and then going back out to get more food. And then you will see all the prep work, all the work that a bird does to make sure that its young is protected. You see all the strife. It has wings that can fly and soar above the clouds. But what is it doing? Coming back and forth to this pile of sticks so that it can feed its young. With the tools and the energy and the life that the Lord has given it, I'm going to use it to make sure that my young come up strong. I'm not just going to fly around here and do whatever. So even the birds, you understand, you're supposed to see that even the birds have a grounding where they're stuck. They have union. I've got a wife. I've got family here. I've got a house here. You're supposed to see that. Look at your beautiful valley. Look at your beautiful family. And then it's supposed to make you want to have a family. It's supposed to make you want to have a nest. Now, your final task would be to go, okay, to the bull, to the biggest beast, and touch the horn, touch the head of the strongest animal in the forest. Now, if you even come close to touching the horn on a bull, are you the man? Okay, you just the man. All right, you're top notch. Can't nobody beat you. Okay. However, what it's supposed to do is instill the most greatest fear in you. Why would I risk my life doing something so silly? Why would I be so dumb as to bother someone that can totally wipe me out with one strike of his horn? If you mess with the bull, you get the horns. So why would he set me out here and do this? You're supposed to have so much fear and be so frightened that you can't do it. At least not without help. Right? And then you go back and you get help. And then you realize, man, he sent us all out there, man. I ain't touching no damn bullhead. You understand? And you're supposed to understand that you're normal. Okay? You have real fear. Unless you really devise a way to get that bullhead. That'd be awesome, right? Somebody's going to figure it out. Unless you test them or ask them to do that, you'll never know if they could. Or if you really try. You don't truly know someone until you fight them. So now, when I look at America now, and we have a tradition every year where we eat the bird, and almost every river is dammed up, and we took the horns off of the bull. Now, I'm not saying that we're cheating here. All's fair in love and war. But, you know, you're kind of taking the thrill out of it. You understand? See, we still have a lot to learn here. So we have a long way to go. This warrior has much to teach us. For as much as we know, the land is hard to work. For women, pregnancy is hard. The earth doesn't give up her bounty anymore freely. We must work in toil under the sun. It says it right here. Now we come across a people that live slow. They walk a lot. They live nowhere. They sleep anywhere. They had a pure connection with the land. They were one with the land. And the land was one with them. And these creatures showed them how to increase and live better as a family. They had a power and a control over the land that we can never imagine. Style and grace and beauty. They showed us a new world, a new power. Not to tame or overpower the world, but to play with the world. To love the world, to be a companion to the world. This must be the garden that we were cut out of so long ago. I see a message that this warrior is desperately trying to teach us. That this world does not need to fight. We're family. Even those vicious bulls, it says I grew up with them. They're not like family, they are family. We're so close in kin that we don't just live, eat, sleep on this plane. We also play together. And what the church brought was cloth. And the bravest warrior took that cloth to prove to us that we need not fear any animal. And he showed us how to play.